Before we get into the video, I just have to say that I got this idea from Demeech. I think that's how you say his name. So if this video seems like a ripoff, it's because it is. Oversimplified logos. This has been a recent trend recently where every company has to get their logo and make it as simple as possible. If you don't know what this is, it pretty much is like you have a logo where it's like kind of 3D-ish or whatever, and then they just make it like 2D, as simple as possible, so it's like they all look the same. They're all generic. It has gotten so bad where it needs to stop. So in this video, I'll be talking about the worst ones, the stupidest ones, and just ones you may not know about. So let's get into oversimplified logos. So let's start off right from the bat of Google. Google used to have just many different logos, but they were all pretty cool, and then it got worse and worse, and now we're here. So it's like this 2D logo. It looks stupid. I hated it when it first came out, and I still do now. It looks too plain. And if you want to see plain, watch this. So first we have the Google logo, then we have the Airbnb logo, the Spotify logo, the Pinterest logo, and even the eBay logo. They all look the same. This is what I mean by oversimplified. They've simplified it where the point where they're all the same. Look at before. They all stood out. They all had their own personality. Now, they're all the same. If I was like blind and these were all blurred together, I would all think they're the same company. While we're on the topic of Google, they recently changed all their logos from everything. Gmail, Google Meet, Google Docs, all of them. They all were individual. They all looked good. And now they all just look like a bunch of different colors smashed together. There's this great picture that sums it up perfectly. You had the logos, then they changed them, but this is what actually people see. It's just the same thing. Why change what was perfect? If you think that was bad, look at this other search engine, Firefox. You know, perfect logo, Firefox, going around the world, whatever. And then it got simple, and then more simple, and then more simple, and then it's to the point where it's so bad. And these memes where people are making it like oversimplified even more, honestly, it could be a reality. Like, it's not even like funny anymore. But that's not even the worst of it. Here we have Windows. Started off great, went bad. Apple. Honestly, they've kind of stayed the same, but still, they went from having like that 3D logo to the new one, oversimplified. Here's a good one. McDonald's. Started off from this and went to simplified. I mean, why even try anymore? Everyone knows the M. McDonald's, you see a yellow M, it's McDonald's. Burger King tried to do the same thing. They had this logo, and now they're actually going back to an old logo. Honestly, I kind of like this one, only because it's the old logo, but it still shows that they're changing it everything back to just 2D and oversimplified. But it's like the only one I like because it is the old logo of Burger King. Now, surprisingly, out of all of this, Wendy's actually hasn't been too bad. They changed it a little bit, but they've kind of kept the same thing mostly. But it's just a matter of time until they change theirs. Dunkin' Donuts. Or is it Dunkin' Donuts? Because now it's just Dunkin'. They literally changed the company of their name to a nickname. That's like if Jeff Kenny changed the Wimpy Kid series to just Wimpy Kid. Like, yeah, it's called Diary of a Wimpy Kid, but everyone says Wimpy Kid, but you're not gonna name the book series Wimpy Kid. But that's what Dunkin' Donuts did. They changed their name just to Dunkin', so there's no more Dunkin' Donuts, but I still call it Dunkin' Donuts because that's what it really is. Here's a really bad one. Pepsi. Pepsi was great. It had it crashing through water. It made you know what Pepsi was. It was a cold beverage, and now it looks just like the Google logo, the Pinterest logo, any other of those logos. It looks the same. The old logo described it perfectly. You knew it was a drink. Now it's just poop. Poopsie. That's what I call it. Nickelodeon. They had the great logo of it like slimed all over the place, like the orange slime. And they also had a foot. Dan Schneider, I don't know. Now, it's just Nickelodeon, just spelled out. All this does is just make the logo worse. Your logo perfectly described what your show was, and now it looks like every other generic logo. How about Mastercard? You know, the two circles coming together with the Mastercard logo in the middle. Nope. Now it's just two circles put together. Who made that? Now we get to one of my least favorite of all time. The YouTube logo change. I actually hate this so bad. I have a Google extension where it changes the logo back to the original because I hate it that much. It originally looked like this, and then they changed it in 2012, which it actually doesn't look that bad. 2013, I actually like this one even more. Yes, it's kind of simplified, but it was still the original logo and it looked clean. It was like, it was YouTube, it was what it was, it still had the old logo. And then 2017 came along and they changed it to this. I hate this logo so much, I can't even describe it. I remember the first time I saw it, I immediately looked up how to get the old logo back and I put it back. I can't stand this new logo. I hate this logo, I'll never like it. I can't stand to look at it. There's this meme about Doritos where the new logo looks like this. this, and it turned out to actually be fake, but some people believe it because of all these companies changing it. It's really just a matter of when that will be the next logo. But the main reason why you guys probably clicked this, and the one I hate a lot, the new Pringles logo is awful. This one blew up because everybody hated it when they saw it. So when I saw they changed the logo, I immediately went out and bought the old one just to have. I mean, these logos can literally be made by anyone. And to prove that, I'm going to be drawing some of my own. Yes, this is the same ending as the other guy's video, but first I'm going to be drawing McDonald's because it needs to get even more simplified. And done. Now I praised Wendy's. Let's give them a simple logo so they can use it. Alright, we'll give it a nice face. Here's the girl. She's nice and happy. And there you go. I got a good one. Google. Done. That's how bad these things have gotten. If I had a logo for my channel, it would be CRB. That's it. All in black. Done.